Muslim Bitcoiner says, what's your thoughts on future paying things with sats over borrowing against it for fiat? Both can coexist. Yeah, absolutely. Kind of honestly, my plan for the future, this is kind of how I see it playing out in my head, is that I'm going to have like my 90%, 95% of my Bitcoin in cold storage, going to be very well protected. There's no single point of failure there or attack for me. You get that. And then you take the rest of it and you slowly start spending it. And I think that if you keep it under like $500, your transactions, they're never going to be able to tax that ever. If we get to a critical mass here, there's no way that they're going to be able to tax and follow all of those transactions. So I think that the thing that you should be doing is like spending $100, $200 on whatever you need with Bitcoin. The rest you keep. But then if you need a big purchase, like a truck or a new roof or whatever that may be, that's when you go to the bank and say, I need a line of credit here or a loan. Here's my Bitcoin. Don't touch it. But I want to take some fiat. I want some fake money here to go pay for my roof. So that's what I would say for that. And another really good thought idea that I heard on what Bitcoin did is that, let's say you have Bitcoin today and you're holding on to it, and in 4 years your plan is to buy a new car because you haven't had one for a while. You're driving an old piece of shit. So your plan is to buy a new car. So instead of actually selling your Bitcoin in 4 years from now, you just take out a loan, and as you need to every month, you can sell some of your Bitcoin to pay off that loan. But don't go to the car dealership, sell your Bitcoin, pay with cash. That's idiotic. Take on the debt, make your payments every month. If you need to, spend some Bitcoin. If not, keep your Bitcoin intact. But I thought that was a brilliant strategy, and I think that something Bitcoiners should be thinking about if you need to. Okay, what's up in Zap stream? Stacker says only problem with spending Bitcoin is that it's a taxable event. Yeah. Is it? Is it? I don't know. How can you, to me, how can they tax it? If I went to America this weekend for a golf trip, there's a mosquito in here. We're under attack here. If I went to America this weekend and I took out $2,000, I want to go gamble a bit, and I came back and I won $4,000 in the US. If I wanted to convert that back to Canadian to get my cash, they're not going to tax me on that. So it's the same thing. It's like El Salvador has Bitcoin as their legal tender. So if I just want to do a foreign exchange swap, why would I have to pay tax on Bitcoin? That doesn't make any sense. So I think like if you sell your Ethereum for a gain, which you won't because it won't be a gain, but something like that where it's not a commodity like Bitcoin is. It's not a legal tender anywhere. It's legal tender in El Salvador, which means it's just money. So it's just a foreign exchange swap. Not financial advice or tax advice. That's just how I see it. Daniel says, I like the grinder's idea of thinking Bitcoin is a currency. Yeah. And when you use it to pay for things in US or Euro, it's just a currency exchange. Exactly. Like, honestly, just think about it. I know there's probably not a law that says that yet, but that's just logic. It's just a foreign exchange because it's a legal tender in El Salvador. So I don't know. And as Rock and Roll says here, get some no KYC, F taxes. We're going to be on a lot of lists, Rock and Roll, you and I.